It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
First throw taken in by Watkins here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Hurts. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Simpson over the middle to Beckham. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Now this defense for the Eagles much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victory. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burke, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. Simpson out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off play action. Simpson. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Gano's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Okay, ready?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. So a look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burke, and he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Burke. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Patterson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Up the middle they go. It's Burke. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. The drive summer to that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, Jackson. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st down, Simpson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Simpson throwing deep for Galladay. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Hurts going to take this himself. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The Giants now down 13-10. 65 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, it's Burke. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And able to work his way down to the 16. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, it's Burke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Gano for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium